Jeff, how's practice today?
It's good. We were a little better today than we were yesterday. Um, so we're good.
How would you say the guys' focus is so far this week?
Uh, it's one of the great things about playing a team like A&M. It makes everybody in the building sense of awareness go up just by human nature because of the tradition of that place and, the success and what Coach Elko's already got going there. And he's done a really good job. Those guys are good.
What has to happen for you to come away from this opener feeling like it was a successful weekend? What are you going to look for?
Oh, it's always about how we play and, our execution. And, like I've said, at some point you got to block somebody, you got to tackle them, but still, those are all things, we can fix as the season goes. But MAs and just that's really it, just how well are we controlling what we can control. And, we're trying to give our kids a plan where they have a chance to be successful. But at some point, you got to block them and tackle them and make a play on the ball.
The trenches is kind of where these matchups play out most of the time. How would you stack up your offense and defensive line versus theirs? I know they're pretty big and physically daunting.
Yeah, there's only so many really, really tall, really, really big, really, really fast, strong men in the world. And so they've got, some advantages there. But we like our guys, too. Our guys are competitive, they're scrappy, and they all know that they weren't recruited by A&M. So, there's going to be a little edge about us just because of what that is and the nature of the game. And so, yeah, they're very big and physical up front, and that will be our biggest, hurdle is can we block them and can we get off their blocks.
Thinking back to this time last year, do you feel like you're more deeper on your offense and defensive line headed into the season?
Well, we haven't had the injuries that we've had in the past, so we're at least everybody's up and going. We've got some guys that are still recovering from injuries, but they're practicing. I don't know they'll play in the game, or if they do, I don't know how much they'll play. So, yeah, we're deeper in that aspect.
Jeff, we've talked for months about discipline. Are you still, showing up early, making sure everybody's locker is right, and kind of in all the nitty-gritty the way you were in the summer and kind of getting into the start of the fall, or is it a little different once the season gets here?
No, it's no different. They've been great. I mean, they're, all the things that are indications that we got a good group, they're all doing great. I mean, team room's always picked up, locker room's always straightened up. After a break at 10, they're always got their stuff cleaned up. They're owning, they're taking great ownership. Now, we haven't been on the sidelines at 108,000 playing an SEC team yet. And I spoke to my team about that today. We'll see what that looks like Saturday. You're going to own your own stuff on a Saturday, or how much BCD is going to be going on. You're going to be blaming, complaining, defending. Because whether it's good, bad, or indifferent Saturday, we've not been in an environment like that since January. As much as I've done to those guys, you can't replicate that. It's a whole nother beast or an animal. And as much as you guys think y'all are ready for it, even when y'all get there, y'all will be like, holy mackerel, it's just different. And it just means more. I've coached in that league. I know what that league's like, and it just means more.
Does it get easier for the guys to be buttoned up like that the longer you stress it? Is it kind of more natural at this stage to have everything in order since you've been talking about it for months?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like we just freaking didn't do anything around here. I mean,
Sure.
It wasn't like it's that different, but it is different for sure, to your point. But it's not like we just started practicing whenever the hell they wanted to and started meetings whenever they wanted to. We always started our meetings on time. We've never not started practice on time. We've just been, the details of how we've done it are just different. I mean, I don't know the analogy I would even give you. I mean, if I sit here long enough, I'll think of a good analogy. I just don't have one right now.
What I was trying to ask is if you have to do less enforcement now compared to spring when you first sort of set this mission.
Well, it's such a group effort. I mean, Ryan Follow and the string staff who started it. And there's just so many other aspects that y'all don't see behind the scenes, which is why y'all are here to get all that out there. You got academics you're dealing with. You got nutritionists you're dealing with. You got compliance you're dealing with. You got teachers you're dealing with. You got a strength staff. You got training staff. There's just a lot of aspects these kids, can be more buttoned up, and they've done all that since January. And it's just literally penalties, you know, the third down penalties last year after the snap were just lack of discipline. And we contributed offensively with pre-snap mainly. So that's where we really made a big focus, keeping our composure better and all those things. And they've done a great job. I'm very, very proud of them. And but like I said, we haven't been to Kyle Field yet from that many people. I keep saying 108,000. That's the right number. I don't even know. I know it's a lot.
I think that's about right, yeah.
Owen was telling us someone was following him around with a speaker at practice, trying to simulate some noise. How big of a factor is that? You know, you guys went to Tennessee last year, or Texas, and then Tennessee, and it's an impact on the offense, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's been annoying. I'll be honest. And we've had a guy just literally with a boombox right where we go, just blasting it, and as if I didn't know enough of A&M's traditions from my three children. I think I could sing a lot of their songs right now. We've heard them for a long time.
When you look at, we've talked a lot about all the new pieces on defense. As the groups come together, do you have a sense of kind of what the strengths of your defense might be, areas you think you guys will shine?
That's kind of like the analogy I gave yesterday to the quarterback club. I mean, you know, we've got about 4 ways to call every play. But when you've gone against each other since January, after 9 months, they know all 4 of our ways to call the plays up front, right? So is that defense that good because they know all of our stuff, or are they really that good? We're not going to know A&M stuff. We're not going to know their verbiage, right? So we're going to find out. You just find out more. And we had a DB jumper out today, and I asked him, did he know the play, or are we tipping something there, right? Is there some tip? So there's just that you can't get unless you play another opponent. So if you don't know how many, and trust me, if Jeff Traylor was out there competing against us when I was a kid, I'd be learning everything the defense was doing over there. I'd try to get every tip I could so I could win me a starting job. But when you get on that field, your ability and your ability to think in the moment is going to come through better than you maybe remembering a code word from the offensive guard during summer practice 8.
It does seem, from at least a depth standpoint on the defense, the center of the defense, the line, the interior, the safeties, appear to be sort of the strong point. Is that a fair analysis?
I just don't know yet. I mean, we feel really good about our Sams and Pee Wee and Marcellus. We feel really good about our Wills. We love Vic and we love Cam, and we think Don's gonna do good things too. You know, the cornerbacks. You know, Davin's played for us for years, and nobody heard of Corey before Corey, and nobody heard of Cam before Cam, and nobody heard of Tariq before Tariq, and nobody heard of Zay before Zay. Nick Grammer's done a great job of training those guys and developing them. And I feel very confident this group of corners. It's just who's up next. I mean, like, you know, there have been a lot of great Wills out there. I mean, Chuck was a great Will, you know. And then Trey Moore was a really good Will, and Jamori was a really good Will. And you know, we just have taken great pride in recruiting kids, developing them, and them playing with an attitude on defense. And they were as good as anybody in the country last year, except for the penalties. And that's just factual data. That's not just my feelings. Thank you.
Thanks.
Jeff, you know,